Remember, what we're talking about is propaganda. We're not talking about the truth. We're talking about propaganda. Watch this.
Good evening to you. Welcome to the news feed of rap news transmitting through on Juice Media. As you should be aware, the UN and its members hold a meeting in Copenhagen 7th December. A new committee, which a few have written is the most important diplomatic gathering in human history. The first was
Today, we're going to be disassembling and discovering the pieces of the M203 Spikes Tactical Havoc 37mm grenade launcher. The tool it comes with is the equivalent of a 1/8 inch Craftsman. If you've got one of those and you prefer to use it, that's fine. Or if you've lost the one that it comes with, the one you're looking for is a 1/8 inch to get into this thing. So, first thing I like to do is one, make sure it's not loaded. I don't own any ammo for legal reasons. And then we're going to start disassembly by removing the barrel stop. It's a locking pin that ensures that your barrel does not come off inappropriately. Proper maintenance includes ensuring that these rails here are free of debris. Get you a closer look at that. If there's anything prohibiting free movement, then this will not be able to eject your ammo, and you will not be able to add new ammo to the weapon system. Now the 1/8 inch Craftsman that it comes with, this hex key, is used to disassemble the entire weapon system. Now that we have all of our bits and pieces, let's go over them. Let's start here with our cocking lever and firing pin. It has a spring in there. This spring has a round end and a flat end. Okay, it's pretty simple to overlook, but it's imperative for your safety. This has got a proper amount of tension, free of debris, but it needs to appropriately seat inside this housing, because if not, you can, I don't know what could happen, but I know that there's an appropriate way that this goes, and this needs to go in there the right way. It could be dangerous. So again, this flat end of this spring goes towards the rear, and the round end seats inside this cavity. I'm not sure if we can get in there. Yeah. So, anyways, back to the bits and pieces. excuse me. When the cocking lever is pulled and the safety lever is off, that sits right in there like that. Let me do that again. Cocking lever is pulled and the safety is off, and this spring tensioner is inside there. So imagine it's locked in there, but this locking cam here stops it dead in its tracks. And what that's going to do is provide the tension on your trigger spring, so when you release it, it rests on that indent so it can be released. Falls right in and it just lets go. Boom. And just like a shotgun round, the process begins and the projectile is fired. Pretty simple. Other parts include your frame, essentially. I guess this is your trigger guard and housing, and this would be your frame and assembly. I'm not even sure what to call this. Backplate, I guess, of some kind. It's where the projectile rests and your firing pin strikes the primer. And the process begins and your projectile flies away. And then your safety. Your safety rests in this housing assembly here. Like that. Because this bad boy, remember, this locking pit here is for that cam. So that cam has to be able to go into this shaft, right? And your safety's here. Rotating from safe to fire, or vice versa. It's a pretty easy setup, real basic, and if you need any parts, I'm sure Spike's Tactical's website has them readily available and would love your money. But I would imagine the only thing that would really ever go out is either your tension springs or your firing pin head. I can't see anything else really fading away. If this weapon system were dirty, what we would do is utilize a mix of simple green and some water. We'd let it soak for a couple of minutes, maybe about 5. Doesn't really matter, but if it was, real bad, then the longer the better. And then once we're done, we're going to add some Teflon coated oil. So let's begin assembly. First thing we can do is we're going to drop our trigger back in. Here we go. Ta-da! And we're done. No, I'm just kidding. what I did there is I had to put tension on the trigger so that way the cam system and spring could go fit over the top, you see. This unit won't fit in there all the way without reducing the tension or without increasing the tension on the trigger itself. And now that it's seated in there, you can do a quick safety functions check on it. At least make sure that you have it able to lock. There you go. And yeah, why not? We'll put the safety on. It really doesn't, it's a really neat system. I like how the safety works because it only gains tension once it's assembled. And I don't know, it's neat to me. I don't fully understand it. I'm actually just learning myself, if you didn't notice. Once you have them all in, we can go ahead and tension them down. Just enough to where you feel that it's safe. You don't want to over tension it and snap your tool. You don't want to over tension it and snap a head. You don't want to over tension it at all. And that's pretty much it. I was on the Spikes Tactical website the other day, and they've got plenty of stuff so you can change and upgrade and do things to your equipment. So feel free to hit them up. This is my first video, so please go ahead and berate and comment below, and definitely watch more of them. Ta-da! Too easy, right? Safety functions check, make sure it works. Keep it safe. Can't pull the trigger. Alright, that's it. I hope you liked the video. Tell your friends. Hope you learned something. And watch more.